Hello and welcome to another episode of the Appelboom Bites podcast. Today is episode number 69. We have a very special episode because we have a co-host with wonderful hair. What did you do, Azizah, with your
Thank
hair?
you. Well, I got layers and I got face framing stuff and a little bit of highlight. He called them baby lights. I don't know. But I really love it.
It's
Thank you for
wonderful.
noticing.
It's really
Thank you.
wonderful. Yeah, definitely. You could see it immediately. But we have a very special guest, and it's one and only Mr. Fountain Pen Cary. Cary, welcome back on the show. This is your third time already. It's wonderful to have you again.
It's great to be here again. Always a pleasure, especially with good friends and the community.
Yay.
Yeah, everybody here in the chat is already like sending messages. It's so wonderful. Claire, welcome. Let me see where's
Hi,
Claire.
Claire.
Where's Claire? Claire is here somewhere. She is in Prague right now, but she lives in
Jealous.
Florida because she did this whole trip through Europe. She visited our store. We hang out a couple of days, and it was a lot of fun. But right now she's packing up, and she has a flight tomorrow morning. So she has to go back to sunny Florida. Fortunately, here it's raining, by the way, but that's the Netherlands. It's always raining.
What's new?
So yeah, nothing special here. But today it's also a special episode because it's the episode before Fountain Pen Day, the upcoming Friday. It is the first Friday of November, and then we have the annual Fountain Pen Day. It's the 13th edition. Am I correct?
Correct. 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
13 years already. So it's quite special. But we're going to talk more about Fountain Pen Day later on in the show. Let us first start with our pen check, because that's, of course, a really important part of this show.
The pen check.
Azizah, what is
Yes.
your pen check for
Okay.
today?
I'm very excited because it's been a really long time.
Oh, by the
since-
way, sorry. I forgot to mention today is your last episode
It
as a
is.
co-host.
I know,
for
it's
now,
devastating.
which is really sad.
I know, it is. It's okay. We're going to just make the
So,
best of it. And
yeah.
then I'll just have to come back.
Yeah.
Right? And what better
agree.
We're
last
gonna have a
day
lot of
to
fun
have
today
than
and
with Cary,
Absolutely.
right?
That's
Like
true.
I
it's
agree.
pretty epic. We all agree. Like we're all on board with this. So, okay. I picked a special pen. It's not mine.
That's good. All right, sorry. Azizah, your pen check.
It's not
Your
my
pen check.
pen. I've been borrowing it from a friend. It is the wait, I don't know if it'll adjust. So it's the Visconti Homo sapiens,
Wow.
the London Fog, like way back when, back in the day. And I think this was their
Yeah.
third release, right? They did the Crystal, the Florentine Hills, and then I think the London Fog was third. And it is an extra fine palladium nib.
That's what
I know.
have.
Wow.
It is so
On
good,
point.
and it's just so good. I'm so smitten that I don't really want to give it back to the owner. And so my friend was like, okay, when it's empty, you can give it back to me. I'm just gonna refill it.
Just
I'll be
refill
like,
it.
Oh, but
it's
then,
still
then
full.
it's an extra fine nib, It's an
Yeah,
extra fine nib. So
It'll last forever. So it's
Yeah.
okay. So I'm having an absolute fantastic time with this pen. It's just I'm so thrilled with it. So that is my pen check. It's pretty solid.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's really nice. I love it. Cary, what is your pen check for today?
So my pen check. Is everyone ready? They're gonna say, and no, it's not for sale. I have
Oh,
Bungo Box 823 Pilot Edition
Mhm,
in fine nib,
mhm.
which will
I
be
would
inked
I
up
would bug you for that.
with Fountain Pen Day ink. Beautiful. I mean, I don't know how they ever got Pilot to do this, but they did. And even the nib, is that coming up? You can see
The
their
little
logo
tiny
on
ink
it.
bottle on it.
Yeah. See that?
Let me make you bigger.
Oh, it is so nice.
Yeah. There it is.
I love that pen.
Yeah.
I have a
But
boring
it's-
plain one, like the smoke.
Well, I have two of the smoke. And so getting this was an epic treat. I told her, I don't care what nib it is when it was, you're in the lottery.
Yeah.
And I just said, I don't care. Don't
Yeah.
disqualify me because I wanted a Zoom nib or something. So I was super thrilled, super proud, super happy to have it. And
That's
it's
fantastic.
one of those that will never leave the collection pens.
Mhm.
So,
That's a good pen check.
It's a wonderful idea.
thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and now I have to beat you guys. That's really hard. That's
Yeah, I
really
know.
hard.
How are you going to one up this, right? Because
Yeah, I'm not sure. Wait, let distract the people a little bit first, because well, the beautiful mural behind you, Cary. We need to discuss that, of course, because nowadays you work with Trufe retailer in yeah,
South
at there.
Carolina.
Wow,
South Carolina. So that's our mural in the back
South
of the store.
Carolina.
what is the
And you
pen?
did that all yourself, right, Cary?
I absolutely did not.
I can
no.
see that.
No.
I can
No,
see
I can
that.
do the stick figure. I can draw fox. I can draw the fox. You know, the fox with the bushy tail and that.
Mhm.
It's been on my Instagram. I think that's as far as I ever got. So
That's awesome.
I love it.
But yeah, so you wanted me to chippy chap about Trufe a little bit?
Yeah, you can tell a little
Or
bit about it.
transit? I didn't know where we were
Then
going.
after that, I can do my pen check because it's.
Oh,
we
let's
have
do your
to,
pen check. Do
we have
your
to
pen
distract
check
the people a
and
little bit. It's a great story. Yes, I love making the rounds. My turn. It's my turn because I have something also quite special because I have the breast cancer awareness fountain pen here from Narwhal.
Oh, that is oh, yeah.
excellent
That
choice.
you did one up us. That's
Yep,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No,
did.
I would agree. Great cause.
That is a beautiful
It's indeed
material.
a great cause. That's the most important thing. But besides that, I also really appreciate the color combinations with the rose
Yeah.
gold and
Oh, it's rose gold. Oh my gosh,
I
I
didn't
love
notice
rose
that.
gold.
rose. Yeah. So it's a really nice pen, and of course also the cause makes it even more special. My mother, she had breast cancer, so I think a lot of people have someone in their family or someone
Yeah,
they know of
for sure.
who had this. So it's I think this is a beautiful
That's
pen,
wonderful.
especially with the thing behind it. So that's my pen check for today. All right.
Nice.
Let's start this podcast, although we're already like 9 minutes in, with the question from our previous guest. Of course, we need to mention that it was Giles from Yardolet. He was here with us last week. It was a lot of fun because Yardolet has new ownership and they're doing a lot of great stuff right now. So if you haven't looked at it yet, go check it out. And yeah, it was a great episode. But Cary, he had a question for you. It was quite an interesting question because normally we always ask like, hey, what was your first fountain pen, blah, blah, blah. But he wanted to know, who gave you your first fountain pen?
See, it's a short question or a short answer. I
Yeah.
gave myself my first fountain pen.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that's
intrigued
cheating. That's
by
cheating.
it's not, but I don't know that anyone's given me oh well, actually, all right, who gave me my first fountain pen?
You
guess
never got
honestly.
one fountain
No,
pen
I did.
from somebody?
So Nick Pang gave me a fountain pen probably 5 years ago, and we were in I think it was the DC Pen Show, and I had gotten a Mew from him, and
Oh,
the nib
very
round, and
cool.
the nib had nothing. Listen, Nick sells beautiful pen. It was just a tiny bit tweaked.
Yeah.
Whatever, it happens, right? We're all selling at some point. And so I had it fixed, and he felt bad, and he came over and he gave me, it was a Parker 61 that he had given me. And he's like, I want to give this to you because, you had to go have the thing fixed and blah, blah, blah. So Nick Pang actually, ultimately, now you made me think about it, was the first person to actually gift me a fountain pen.
It took that long for someone to gift you a fountain pen? Oh, that is obscene.
Because I'm an only child, and I need it now, and I gotta go get it. Like the hands in front of me.
Understood.
And
yeah.
So I would gift myself before anybody had the opportunity to do so. So that's
like you're not waiting. You're not leaving it open for someone else to gift it to you. You're like, I'm going to get it for myself.
Right. And I'm supposed to leave that door open, but I never do. So.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yep. You made me think about it. I actually really appreciate that question.
It was a good question because I also stopped to think. I was like, I got myself my first fountain pen. But
what about you, Azizah? Who gave you your first fountain pen? Wait. Let me ask you a different question. Who gave you the fountain pen as a gift as the last person? Maybe that person from the Visconti London fog. I'm not sure.
No, I think this is good. It doesn't count if I steal it.
That's
It
true.
doesn't count if I just don't give it back.
Negates
My
all of it.
last gift was actually from Morali,
Oh, there
who
you go,
I
of course.
saw at the DC show, and I honestly don't know what on earth I have ever done to deserve this man's friendship, but he knows what pens I like, and I don't know how he sources them. And we have breakfast and lunch and stuff at almost every show that we're both at, and he just knows what I like, and he's like, "I found this for you," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And they're
You
so
didn't edit
special.
yet? Because normally, you already on there. Like, if there's something that you
I know.
like, you already...
Often it's something that I just can't get because they're sold out or way out of my budget. And so I hate to use the term because it sounds very cheesy, but I'm so very blessed because everyone in the pen world has spoiled me. And so the majority of my collection is actually gifts, and they don't go anywhere. Like, they stay no matter what. So I have a lot of pens, but it's not totally my fault. It's okay. It's fine. But I'm very, very, very lucky. Very, very special pieces.
But that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It brings more meaning to those pens too. When you
It
can remember who
does.
gave it to you.
It really does.
Well, talking about gifting pens, this is a nice little bridge. During Fountain Pen Day, I've learned that a lot of people are actually giving away fountain pens. Is that something that you're also planning to do, Azizah or Cary?
I mean, yes, but I'm not coordinated enough to have planned it out yet. Because
Yeah.
I just finished Scriptus on Sunday, the pen show in Toronto.
Mhm.
I'm still trying to find all my brain pieces from the insanity. I will do something. I just don't know what. But I want to make it fun. Like, I don't want to make it something where it's like, oh, just like this post and you're entered to win. I want to make it something special. Like, I have to figure it out, but I just want to make it more meaningful. So whoever is new to the community, they can see that the community is a good one. Because that's the whole point of Fountain Pen Day.
Pam
It's
is
like,
new to the community
No.
because she's saying, this is my first year in the Fountain Pen world and my first Fountain Pen Day. I'm ready to hear all about it. I've already been smitten by the pens and inks. I think the correct word is addiction. So you have already one person here who's
there we go.
who's there.
Welcome, Pam.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, we're a
welcome to
good bunch.
welcome to this addiction.
Yeah.
And this is also something that we want to talk about, Cary, because you have this really cool sweater and this cool cap. Can you stand up a little bit so people can actually see the sweater?
Yeah.
Show it
So
off.
the sweaters we had a few years ago. This was
Right.
from, I think I got this in 2014, 15, and it
Mhm.
lasted that long.
Like, how many
This
years
the
ago
right
was
quality.
that? Right.
10, I know.
And you only
And
wear
then
it like one day a year, or
Wow.
Actually, it depends on how cold it is. I'll wear it. I'll wear it for
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also the logo, just as FYI, it's called sublimated dye. So it's not like you can pick and peel it off. It's actually part of the sweater, which I like.
So it does last
that was the
longer.
only reason. That was why I did it, because I knew it would
Yeah.
last. And like the T-shirts that I had done, when I was at the shows in the very beginning and just selling swag to afford to go to a pen show, they were done the same way. Most of them, the very latter end of them, I was unable to get this anymore. So
Right.
the hats are embroidered, and I changed. I had the orange ones. As you know, Brad and I are both the orange fans of the world, and we try and push orange to everyone that we can because it's the greatest color on earth, except for purple. Purple is right there with it, but
And also pink and green.
pink and green, yeah.
Some
of the blues, but anyways, I had a hat and it was orange and it had little tears in it, so it had that weathered look.
Yes.
And all the kind way to say it, all the fishing vests at the pen show, the guard before us that was hedging all the pens, hated it. And they said, it looks like it got run over by a car. It's like those ripped jeans those
Oh
kids are
my
wearing.
gosh.
And so I went and I sourced another one that was like, this one is, you can see it's more of a subdued
like a burnt-
orange. It's
burnt
more of
orange,
a dusty
maybe?
orange, if you will. Yeah. And the logo is there, but
Mhm.
it's no tears or anything. It's got
Not yet.
adjustable back. And I just wanted something that if it's going to represent the brand and people are going to wear it at the shows and want to be a part of the community with this when they want to,
Yeah.
that it would look right and everyone would enjoy it. And that's really what it's about. It creates a question.
But people can get that cap, right? You can buy it.
They can get it on Fountain Pen Day. So yes, so the Fountain Pen Day site has been completely revamped this year, just in time. I tried doing it a couple of years ago and then last year, and it just, everything was falling through. So this year, obviously,
Azizah, you
position
had that
in
link
life
really,
changed.
really fast.
I'm just
Sorry,
amazing.
Cary, to disturb you. But
Just
no,
amazing.
Azizah, you were like, do you
I'm
already
on
have it
the
in your basket, or why do you have it so fast?
Don't call me out like that. I mean, maybe. So, man. But there's the hat, and then there's the other stuff, which we will talk about.
Yeah, there are a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. So also, we have the Fountain
The
Pen Day
ink.
ink with Gulliver's.
This was a very cool collaboration.
Look at
And,
them. They both have one. I'll just hold up my sad notebook. That's okay. I'm going to get one or
Yeah.
two.
Do you have a swatch, Cary? Like a sample?
Chris, can you grab the swatch of this on my desk?
See, the most fun is you just make it. You just make it on the spot. Just smear it on your face, and it's like, there it is.
Or drink it?
No, but this
Or
this
drink it.
bottle, I cannot open this bottle because there's
Yes,
like,
they're
you know, you
sealed,
have to
yeah.
open it up.
Wait.
They're sealed.
I open. So wait, I cannot get this camera right. Where am I? Here we go.
There you
So
go.
this is, here's the box,
There
Here,
we
you
go.
have some extra space.
and there's the bottle.
It's so cute.
And so luxury brands, we worked with, obviously it's Bryce, John, and Carol, but Bryce, the son, so he worked with us getting this done in time with the artwork and the color of the ink that we requested. And for this year, which is a funny one, I figured it's the 13th year, right? So it's kind of like, but it's just like blurple. I want a blue with some purple in it because we always joked after dark. It's like, that's not blue, that's blurple. It's too much purple to be a blue, and then you'd hold a blue up and yada yada yada. So okay, so this is, here we go. So this is,
Ooh,
This is a blurple.
that's a
This
nice
is definitely a
deep
blurple.
blurple.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh, I like that.
Very nice.
That's
Yeah.
good.
It's very nice.
Also very classy. You know?
you know what? I also figured it's something people can use every day. You know,
Yeah.
do you want something
Yeah,
with a
that's
lot
for
of
every
sheen?
day.
Do you want something with sparkle? And I'm like, you know what? Get something that everybody can just kind of use. Next year, you know, maybe I'll do something fun and like
Yeah.
Azizah, you did the pink with
Oh yeah. I do
Ackerman.
violent colors, yeah.
And,
People
no, but I
are
mean,
like,
didn't
ew.
you did the bottle? You did the bottle with
Yeah.
Ackerman though.
Yeah. the
And I
pink.
mean, that was just
Mhm.
really cool back then. And so, but for 1 year, you know, there's only, I think we did
Yeah.
800 of these, and that's it. And then they're gone. And then,
So
you know,
okay,
you
everybody
move on.
start buying. Get your bottle
Well,
now.
Yeah.
that wasn't the sales pitch. I just, you know, people will come later and they're going to say, "Don't you have any more?" And I'm like, "No, aren't you going to make
It's like,
any
no,
more?" And it's like,
because it's for
"No."
2024. So
Right? You don't make
you
any
have
more. That's it.
time to get some.
Yes.
It's now or never.
It's now or never.
It's
But
now
don't
or never.
panic. But it's now or
But
never.
don't panic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's okay.
those bottles on the inside of the cap, they have that little like dome where you could dip the tip of your nib or something to get a touch of the ink. Which is like it's very cool.
Oh yeah. Here you go. So people,
See? Yes.
perfect. See that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
So for people who like to do swabbing or use dip pens and stuff, it's just like the perfect little reservoir. It's built in to the cap.
Or make the circle on the edge of the lid. Or
Yeah.
get the edge of the glass.
Yeah.
So you get that.
It's very cool.
Yeah. And it's got a big enough opening that it's not a problem. Because some of them.
Yes.
But the only downside, it's only 30 milliliters. So for
Yeah.
a lot of people, that's not enough.
Yes.
So then you need
A
to
lot.
buy more bottles.
But on the other
One
hand,
more
it's
bottle.
only 30 mils. So for people who don't go through ink very quickly, it's okay. Like it's
Yeah.
an amount that will last you a while. So
So now there are only
Especially extra fine.
799 bottles left.
There you
So you
go.
have to be quick.
That's so funny.
Or did you order the cap? Or did you order both?
It's like,
We need to know. We
oh
need to
yeah, the
have
cap
answers.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make like a combined
Oh,
shipment, right? On fountainpenday.com,
Yeah.
you can combine the
Yeah.
hat and the ink bottle. So you
okay.
can
Congratulations on
do
that.
that.
I
Thank you.
really like the color. Just beautiful.
Oh,
It's saturated, but not like overly so. It's really nice.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. And
And
I like the brand. I like Colorverse. I like the way that they've done
Yes.
the inks. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I'm not going to go to Pilot and be like, can you make me a new Roshizuku ink? You know,
Right, because first of all, they'll laugh at you, but or
pretty
ignore
much.
you. Yeah.
Pretty
But
much.
while you're
So
at it, ask them for more of those blue pilots, like the 823. It's like we need some more of these blues.
could you imagine? Could you imagine if this
Could you imagine?
this
Oh
color,
my gosh.
and I just went and said, guess what?
wow.
Like,
Guess
listen,
what?
Pilot, we'll make you extra rich in one day. Just make this color, and everybody will buy one.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, that's not happening.
Yeah. Don't get
Unfortunately
excited.
not.
Yeah,
Don't hold
no.
your
If you
breath
just
for it.
tuned in, it's not gonna happening.
That is
Mhm.
not going to happen.
Unfortunately. No.
Hey, Pilot's
Pilot is
listening,
a really big company, and it's really complicated too. It's even
Yeah.
you have some colors available in the US which are not available in Europe, and the
Yeah.
other way around. It's
That's why you need
it's-
pen friends everywhere to go shopping for you all
That's
over
true.
the world.
Yeah, everyone's got to be a mule. If
Yeah,
somebody asks you for a
it's
pen
true.
and they're from another country, yeah, it's your duty to do it.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually make people mule because I don't really go
yeah,
anywhere.
you have
so
to. If you're
That's
part
how
of
you
the
get the cool
community, you
stuff.
have to do that.
yeah, that's how you get cool stuff. It's
Right.
it's a service to the community.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
Oh, that's
All
so
right,
exciting.
Cary, quickly, because of course last year we discussed a little bit, the year before we discussed a little bit as well. But I saw that there are a lot of new people here in the fountain pen community. So maybe a lot of people aren't aware of the story behind Fountain Pen Day, because it was 13 years ago. You could better tell it yourself. How did Fountain
I
Pen
can
Day
tell it.
start?
I'll give you the shorter version because everybody can go back and listen to the long, drawn out
please.
version that I don't even want to listen
Yeah.
to. But it's listen, it's a great story. So back in 2011, 2012. Now I can't even remember the exact year. I'll have to look. But it was National Pencil Day, and I was on Fountain Pen Network, and I had Googled at the time in parentheses Fountain Pen Day. I'm like, well, there's ballpoint pen, there's Pencil Day, why is there not Fountain Pen Day? And I remember I Googled at the time, and it's amazing to me to remember this fact. When I did that back then, 0 came up. If you put Fountain Pen Day in quotes in Google, the only thing came up was some weird translation from like a Korean rock band. And it literally came up in kanji, and then fountain, and then day or something. And so that's where it started. So then there was a small group of us on
Can you
Fountain Pen
imagine
Network.
that you Google something and you have 0 results? It's like,
And now if you even ask Alexa, she will tell you when Fountain Pen Day is. It's come that far. And it's just
Oh,
amazing that happened. And so anyway, so I proposed the idea out on Fountain Pen Network, and I believe that you can still look for that thread. And I think there was 7 of us at the time that had talked about Fountain Pen Day and how to do it and how to work it. And I went to social media that we had at the time, which was just Facebook and Twitter, and started those pages. I started a website, and it was the most ridiculously looking thing. And we were all going to do it. And it was over the summer. And we said, we'll do it at the beginning of the year, at the end of this year. And it was surmised that the first Friday in November would work. Now, while it's a worldwide holiday, we were thinking, of course, American, and it would be after Halloween and yet 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. And those are the 2 big holidays in that realm. So this way everybody could celebrate, doesn't interfere. We didn't think about sales, anything. We just thought about people being able to get together. So we did that. And that was the day it was going to be. And as we got closer, I started emailing because I had the site, I had the links to Twitter and everything. And I remember emailing specific people like Drumgles and Fountain Pen Hospital and Goulet and Pen Boutique and, just Farney's. And these are major players. I was not a major player. I was a
I
pen
never
tester.
got that email, by the way. I'm still waiting
was
for that
never a
email.
pen there.
Kirk.
It was
But you've
It started
been
in the
there for a
U.S.
long
Don't
time.
worry.
It
Don't worry,
did.
Joost. It started in the U.S.
Actually, and one of the other people, and I still can't find the email. This is a cool part of the story. Actually, Luxury Brands, who again helped me with this. It was Carol's father, Dick, that I emailed, and he had replied back that he wanted to be a part of it as well. And he has
Oh,
since passed.
yeah.
And Carol and John and they have grown the company immensely. But it was just, as we go through the years in fountain pens, we lose people here and there. But when I first started, so he was one of those people, and I like to mention that. But I was nobody. And when I did videos, this was never in the picture because it was only me. Come August, September, all the kids are going back to school. People's lives got busy. It's totally understandable. But I had already emailed the major players and made it out like there's this group and there's this thing and this is happening. And the biggest people in the US were celebrating a day that was just an epiphany on a board. And, you're talking about people's livelihoods going through. So, all right. So that happened. We did the first year. It took 2 years, and I was able to get a logo produced by someone who is in the stratosphere of designers now. And I got very fortunate that I was able to acquire this logo through him, through chatting and discussion. And it now represents our community. And that was in 2014. I think it was 2015 or 16 when I was on the Pen Addict podcast with Brad. And Brad's like, let's do the podcast. He's like, and tell the story. And I was like, the whole story? And he's like, tell the whole story. And that's really when I revealed to the world, because at this point, there were 150 retailers across the world that are celebrating this holiday. And I kind of let everybody know this is it. Because no video ever showed my face. It just showed my hands. And here's a video review. And here's this about the day. And here's the swag we're releasing. And, it's always we.
Yeah.
And that's when I kind of confessed to everyone that I'm like, it's like the Wizard of Oz. And I came behind the curtain. Here's this goofy guy that you all are like, it's Fountain Pen Day.
Yeah.
And me, that's all.
Yeah, you were a mystery.
I was a mystery, but I wanted it to be a mystery
Yeah.
because I always wanted the day. I always wanted the day to be about the day, the community, the people, and all of us, and the way that we treat each other, and the way that we do business, and the way that we just do things in general.
Yeah.
And never about this. I didn't want to be in front. That wasn't I wasn't a vlogger.
Oh my
I was
gosh,
trying
I
to get
remember
a
this
day
too.
and just celebrate together. And so,
And people
it
used
was
to
at that
wonder, like,
point.
who's Fountain Pen Day? Who's behind it?
Yeah, right.
And no one knew.
No one knew that it wasn't a group.
That is
It was
so
just
funny.
one person.
It was a
just
really big
cheerleading
question
away.
mark back then.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was, who is the person behind it?
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's just an account. It's Fountain Pen Day. Nobody knows who they are.
Yeah. And I'd
That's-
get emails from groups. I actually had an
that's fun.
email from Pilot back in, I think it was 2015, and they wanted to celebrate. And they do.
Yeah.
Pilot does corporation. I got an email from Jackson.
Maybe you can still ask for that blue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just reply to that email like
I know
back then 10 years
better
ago.
now. Yeah, but I know better now. It's like I'm gonna wish upon a star. I mean, it's a great
never
thought.
know.
It's really fun, but it doesn't mean it's going to matriculate. So I kind of already know the result. But I agree. I should go back. But yeah, so it's been a really tremendous journey, and every year I'm very humbled to know.
Yeah, because this is also the first year. I already mentioned it a little bit at the beginning of the podcast. So you worked for Kenro for a long time, and now you're actually working for Truefay, like it's a real retailer. I think you're now closer to the people, let's say, than you were back with Kenro, right?
Yes. So when I left Kenro, everyone has to understand that when I left Kenro, everything was great. We're still friendly. We still talk. Brian Hulser, who's the vice president, was not only at my wedding with everybody there, but he was also in my wedding party. And he was in my wedding party for a reason. He's like a brother. I mean, we still talk. We still text all the time, goofy stuff back and forth. Joel, who owns the company, we still talk. I would say every 2 weeks, but probably every 3 weeks now. And
That's
business for 2 minutes and personal
pretty
for
frequent.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still frequent, but we still want to know what's going on in each other's lives, and we still
Yeah.
have that conversation. So when I transitioned here, Chris was somebody that I've known since before he had the store. I was actually his sales rep, if you will, for Monte Grappa. So I've known his story, his journey, and I've known his wife, Kylie, very well. And we have spoken in the past. Wouldn't it be cool if we could figure it out? Because I would come down here and do trunk shows, and the town is beautiful. It's like it's like a little downtown Brooklyn, if you will, but just much smaller and quieter. And we just always tried to navigate that. And this year we were able to figure it out at the beginning of the year, how I could do it, and literally turn my life upside down, pack everything from New York and move from New York to South Carolina, bringing my wife and dragging everything along with me. It was an adventure, but the reason was more because I was transitioning from, again, what I learned at Kenro, all those assets that I brought in with me from how to sell to not selling really anymore. I don't do sales. The Chris and Kylie are the owners. Chris would be the CEO, and I came in as the COO, if you will. And it's more about the operations and social media and, of course, buying and all the things that go into the back end of a business. So it allowed me in my position change. I'm not worried about calling my clients and selling them pens, right? So I'm more concerned about the community. So with Fountain Pen Day, he understood that. He understands the dynamic of it. It is completely separate. He wants to celebrate just like he always has, just like everyone does. And that separation and my time and my title change allowed me to grow into the community, sit down and get the website done, do special projects, and really hedge those things off where, being a retailer, yes, but at the same time, I'm separate and I'm working with all the retailers, making sure that I can send out merch and figure out how to get, bookmarks out that everybody wants, or stickers or hats or buttons, and so that everybody is a part of it now. And I just didn't have that time frame to do that when I was with Kenro. It was a different position. So that's the growth. And I can't tell you how happy I am. I no longer have a commute. I would drive an hour and a half commute each way to Kenro every day.
Oh no.
And I literally walk a 7-minute walk from downtown right into the store.
That is a dream. Being able to just walk to work.
And it's part of what made that move, more palatable, because nobody wants to move.
Just wondering now, do you come late to at work now more often than you used to? Because that's
I'm
most
late
of the time
just as often.
the problem, right? If you live closer to work, then you get late.
No, ask Joel.
No?
Everyone was like, Cary, I'll be here by 9. If it was 9:15, then Joel would call and be like, "You coming in?" And I'd be like, "I'm on my way. I'm in traffic, blah, blah, blah."
Of course, right.
And now I'm 6 minutes away. So I'm usually here by 9:05. So I'm a little better. 8:45, 9:15.
That's okay.
So no, it
A
didn't
window.
change me. I'm still late. I get an extra hour and a half. And yes, but the difference is I'm not going to yell at myself about it. So that makes it a little bit better. So
well,
that's
I
easy.
mean,
That's
most
easier.
of you're happy and you're enjoying it.
It's
And
beautiful.
That it's a positive thing for you.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dream.
And we're going to the shows. So that was the other thing. Part of me coming here was bringing Truffet as a retailer to the shows. So now we're going to the shows and we're engaging, and I'm still doing all the things that I've done since before I went to Kenro. When I was going to shows, doing the pen show after dark meetups and things like that, and being able to really engage and have that time. And there's pressure to sell, but there's not pressure to sell like there was before. And there's no client dinners, if you will, and things like that. Instead, I'm with the community and I'm just more engaged in that.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's good. Yeah.
And
It's
you
good to
look
see you
happy.
happy. It's
Like
good.
your
It's really
smile
good.
is
So
genuine.
are you kidding
Like,
me? It is just beyond exciting because I get to try all these things, and it's, Chris and I get to just sit and just talk and just pump out ideas. And I mean, Joost, you know how it is. When you have a retail store and you think about you want to do something different in the store,
I know.
online,
But the fun
Yeah.
thing is also, that I know Chris also for a long time. So before Chris had his store, he bought a lot of pens with us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. That's
Yeah.
really cute.
Because
We go way back.
made it easy.
Yeah,
That
we
made
go
it
way
easy too. You see, is that
Yeah.
Chris is part of the community, and this is kind of my opportunity to tell people, and Joost can attest that this is a pen person. This is somebody
Yeah.
who loves what he does, and he
Yeah.
fits right in our
Definitely.
community, and just
Yeah.
needs to be put out there more. And going to the
Yeah.
shows is doing that. And we're having a blast.
Gary, I
Yeah.
asked him, I think 100 times to make a top 3 pens video, but
Maybe
yeah,
you can influence him now.
he never
To
did.
make a what?
But
Wait,
maybe
a
one
what?
day.
The
Yeah.
top 3, like his top 3 pens.
Yeah, but you know what? How can I yell at him for that, Joost? Think about it.
Yeah.
Cary didn't do his top 3, and I've been
No.
promising you for 4 years. Wait, wrong side.
Look,
I know.
4 years.
he's like
know.
counting.
So you need to yell at me, and then when I do mine,
know.
I'll get him to do
See,
his.
there we go. There we go.
All right.
So we need to yell at
Fair-
both of you.
fair
Maybe you
is
guys
fair.
do it together. Like, you sit down together and then make it a
Oh,
top
that would
6
be
or
so
whatever. I don't know.
cute. Like a
You know what,
duet.
Joost? I tell you what, I'll plan it here, and everybody that's listening can come and yell at me.
There we
Before the
go.
end of the year, Chris and I are going to have 2 separate videos of our top 3, and we're going to make sure that Joost gets it. All right.
You heard it here.
Wow.
Now I really have to follow through.
But that's
Jeez.
also
Yeah.
that's also the problem. He has way more than top 3 pens, and
We
that's for a
all
lot of people
do.
the problem.
We all do,
And
though.
that's
You
the
have
whole
to-
fun part of that top 3 pens video.
Yeah. Plus, it can evolve in a couple of years. Maybe he wants to
It
do a
can.
new one, right?
You can.
Yeah.
You
The
know?
way it all comes down to the pens that tell the best story and just hold your
Yeah.
heart the most.
That's
Yeah.
You
true.
take that pen and it
That's true.
resonates to so many memories of certain
Absolutely.
people. And we all have those.
I'm
We all
thinking
have
now,
those.
we haven't had a top 3 pens video for a long
It's
time.
been a long time.
Yeah. I should,
We'll
I
have to
should
get the
be more
update.
onto it. Yeah.
We need
But
updates.
first, Fountain Pen Day. Because I need to talk a little bit about that more. And we are also already 37 minutes here, 38
Well, we just
minutes
get excited
into the
talking about
podcast.
I know
stuff.
Cary talks
Yeah.
too much.
I'm
No,
so sorry.
it's
Why nobody should
exciting.
watch
No,
the old,
it's okay.
no one watched the old
It's
Fountain Pen Day videos. 40 minutes on the Twisby. I mean, come on.
That's data,
Yeah.
man. People like that.
Love it. Yeah, it's important. It's important to
Appreciate
share. All right.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
But I need to tell a little bit what Appelboom is going to do to celebrate. But more important, I want to know what Azizah is going to do to celebrate Fountain Pen Day.
That is a good question. I mean, I already have 8,000 pens inked, so it's not like, oh, I'm going to ink a pen and play with it.
You can clean them all. If you
Pen
clean them
cleaning
all,
day,
I think
yeah.
you need an entire day. For
Absolutely
that.
not. First of all, it would take me like 3 weeks, but I don't bother cleaning them. I
That's
just
great.
refill them. I'm going to do a live video in the evening with a pen friend. We might just play with pens, chat about new pens. I don't know. Quiet Simmerjeet Zani in the comments there. That's embarrassing. That's a good question. I'm gonna
Azizah
celebrate all
Azizah
day.
should do a
Pens
top
that
3
aren't
pens that
hers.
aren't hers.
I borrow a
Wow.
lot and I don't always give them back.
Thumbs up for that one. I think that's a
But at
great-
least
Love that.
I always announce you're not getting this pen back, just so you know. Like I say it. It's not like I'm stealing it. I'm just not giving
Yeah.
them an option. Right?
Then
Right.
it's different. That is not stealing.
It's
if
not
you're saying it
stealing.
up front, like you're not.
Yeah, it's like too
mean
bad.
and
So
if you keep it, we
I'm-
can be twinsies.
See,
Yeah.
exactly. I have to keep it
Mm.
now. So
Mm.
it's just meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do fun stuff. I have some cute surprise items for my shop. So if anybody places an order, I have like a whole bunch of little magnets made out of custom materials that were made pens from my shop. And so
materials.
we've got all these little magnets that are they're just cute and fun. So I'll be giving those away with every order. Probably
Nice.
throw in some ink samples. I've got ink from the Scriptus show, so it's the Niagara Peach, so I can throw in samples for people. So it's just fun stuff. Who doesn't like getting random things in the mail?
That's always a lovely thing.
It is the
Yeah,
best
it's
thing
always
ever. When you open a
yeah.
package and it's like, I ordered this, but this is a surprise. So just to make it extra fun.
I
Also,
love
I'll
that.
probably
I
buy
love
stuff
that. Azizah.
for myself because why not? It's gonna
You should.
happen.
You should.
gonna happen.
You have to treat yourself a little bit. You have
Yeah,
to treat yourself. A
It's
little bit.
research.
Okay, Cary, what is True Faye gonna do with Fountain Pen Day?
So, well, they're gonna have meat.
That is true.
Of course.
That
Alright,
is like
so
the
seriously,
ultimate celebration.
So besides that, we are Faber-Castell coming in. We have our sales rep, Rachel.
Mhm.
Awesome lady. So much fun. She is magnificent to be around. So she's coming in Friday and Saturday to do an in-store show. And I got Mark Bacchus, who hasn't been here since the grand opening, the nib grinder. He is coming in and he's grinding nibs on Friday and Saturday with us as well. So we'll have a good celebration with that.
I think we need Fountain Pen Month now because one day is not enough.
We'll cancel Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like, or just tie it in. Like, you
It's so overrated.
cut a
anyway,
turkey
right?
with extra fine nibs or something.
Yeah.
That's it. Carving with
That
extra
sounds
fine
really
nibs. I like
nice.
that.
There we go.
So we're going to have a good celebration here. Of course, sales and stuff
That's
like
good.
that. But we want to have stuff where people can come in and engage and see something new, something rare, and still get nibs ground. And it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's like
I
you
love
don't
that.
have
I
to
love
buy
that.
a pen, but you can enhance the experience by getting a nib ground, right? Like
That's it.
that is something that
Definitely.
could change your pen.
Yeah.
In
But then you also have a
amazing
new
ways.
pen, right? If you have the nib grind, then it's completely new pen.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Changes everything.
And I always like to tell people
We should
that
host Fountain Pen Day weekend at least.
I like that. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's also a little bit what we're gonna do at Appelboom because we do a little bit the same as last year or every year what we did already. We have a huge discount. We will have 20% off again on the entire collection.
This is what I save my
you
wish
can
list
use
for.
you can use the code FPD24 this year. Last year it was 23, the year before 22, but this year's 24, and then you get 20% off. The code is already valid, so you can use it now already as we speak. It's valid until Sunday, so we make it already kind of like a longer than one day
Fountain Pen
because
Day weekend then. Weekend.
kind
You know
of
what?
because back in the days we
is.
did it only one day, and I was killed because then everybody jumped on the Appelboom website, it crashed, and I had a lot of headache, and I don't want to have it anymore. So we kind of starting slowly now with just the people that are watching this live right now, they have the code, nobody else, because only tomorrow we will communicate it with the rest of the community, with our newsletter, socials, etc. So for now, only the people that are watching this, they can shop easily, quietly.
Sneak peek for us.
Definitely. And use the code and enjoy 20% off. And also, to make a little bit more, Eric, it is 20% off. So that's something that we actually never do, only on Fountain Pen Day to make it a special day. And among all the orders during Fountain Pen Day, we will draw one winner, and that person wins the new Lamy 2000 Pine Green. We're already sold out of the 2000 Pine Green, but we
that is epic.
kept one aside, and there will be one winner. So
that's really nice.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I love that.
That's fantastic. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and every order counts. So it's like not
like
not
a bottle of
order
ink all the way up to
euros.
5 Viscontis, right? Everything counts.
Every order.
That's awesome.
So it's everybody counts. All right. So those are the promos for Appelboom during Fountain Pen Day, but also there are some new items on the Appelboom website that I need to announce.
New products.
The first one that I need to announce, Cary, I think you would love this one because it's in your favorite color.
Orange.
The spooky.
Spooky.
That box is so cute.
Like
Everybody
that.
knows I hate
Wait, I need
packaging,
to-
but when it's good packaging,
Yeah.
it works. Like that is
heavy
that is
hair.
just so cute. Oh,
This is the Nahvalur Halloween edition, and the pen is not here because I have it here in my hand. It is orange with yellow gold clip, and it has a black nib on
oh, that is
to
so
make it a little bit
fun.
more spooky.
So now,
it
do you
me or
ink it with a
someone said
black
it's-
ink or an orange ink?
Yeah,
Orange.
so that's complicated.
Okay,
Orange?
There we go. Orange.
Yeah.
There we go.
Is
It
it
says
is
orange.
it a power filler?
Yes.
I just noticed that. I'm looking. I'm like, is
Oh
that a power
no!
filler?
Oh no! Why did I
Yeah.
didn't need to know that? I didn't.
Wow.
And
I
then
did-
it shoots in the ink. Yeah.
Okay.
So you put in here either an orange ink or you put in here the Fountain Pen Day ink of colorverse, of course.
No, you need a different color pen for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I think.
All right.
Yeah. Gotta do orange.
But it looks really cool.
Another new. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was done well.
Yeah,
Power fill is killer.
Is
I love
this your orange, Cary, or do you prefer another color, orange?
a little bit darker. It's a little too. That's
Little bit
bright
darker?
orange. I mean, that's orange, and orange is
Yeah,
great.
they're also, but the camera doesn't pick it up because
Is
they're
it-
also
it's sparkly?
sparkles in the
Yeah.
orange. Yeah.
See, okay, so maybe it needs black ink then to tone it down a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I-
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
use
It
the
is always
camera,
hard to
won't
see.
use it.
Yeah.
So it's just
But your
not
photos
solid
on the
orange.
website show the sparkles. You can see it on the website. Oh, it's so cute.
So maybe this. All
gonna
right.
put it there in case
So
anyone
that's
wants
what
to
we
see.
have in the store. And another thing that I want to announce is a new brand at Appelboom. It's not a new brand in the pen community, but at Appelboom at least it is. It's called Wancher. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly or not, but it's a Japanese brand. And Azizah, she knows a lot about it. So Azizah, maybe you can tell a little bit about it.
Yeah, I've been buying their pens for a really long time. They've been around for quite a while, and it's actually that the owner, like the founder, Okagaki Taizo, hopefully I said that correctly.
Wow.
He launched this like way back. It's been at least 10 years. They were doing
It's
a
from
lot
the
of
90s.
So okay. Oh my gosh, that's scary. So more than 10 years.
Yeah, we're getting off.
The 90s feels like 10 years ago in
with-
my head.
We have the gray hair, gray
Yeah,
hairs and
exactly.
everything, you
So
know?
I'm aging. My memory's going. But they have collaborated with a lot of artists to make like the painted pens, like the makies, the urushis, more accessible, I would say. And because everybody knows like Nakaya, they're outstanding, impeccable work. And I think they have just made the style of craft on pens available at a lower price by simplifying the pens, kind of having a standard model. And they also every now and then do really fun things, like they put a while back they did like a hammered metal pen, and there's also like the glass dip versions, which is, you know, it's just adding options to the pen world. And not everybody, like, you don't have to like them, right? Like, because I might not like certain color pens or certain styles, but see, there's the one that's the hammered one.
Look,
That's
there it
so
is.
cool.
This is so cool. This pen
I
that
can't
they
believe
did
you have
is
one.
amazing. And they did
And it
with
was a sailor, right?
Yeah.
So it was
And
a
the
sailor
weirdest thing was,
collaboration.
so it's a threaded cap with no clip from Sailor, and then it was a click into place. So you
Oh my
unclick
gosh.
it to post it, and then you thread it,
I like that.
cap it, and there's no clip. It's amazing. And the blue that they used is the true indigo. Look up the process on how they made this.
So nice.
It's a
I
really, they've
love
done
that.
some crazy stuff. Crazy good stuff.
In all of their products and pens, they have the story of how they've gone through it, how they've created it. And it's really fun. I have used a lot of their pens. They do brush pens, ballpoints, if you're into that. I like ballpoints. It's okay.
It's not ballpoint.
Like, you have to
It's okay.
sometimes. Like, sometimes you have to have
Yeah.
it. So
You know, sometimes people ask
I
you
think it's
to have a
cool.
pen that they can borrow, then you can give the ballpoint pen.
exactly, you have to be able to trust that someone can use a ballpoint. So
Yeah.
I couldn't
think this
agree
is great.
more.
Yeah.
Listen, keep them writing. Fountain pen day is like a casino. Just keep them at the table.
Keep-
Just keep them writing. You want a
Keep 'em
ballpoint?
writing.
Take a ballpoint.
yes,
Just keep writing.
yes, I love that. I'm really excited that you're doing this. This is
Yeah,
it's
Wancher is a
really
lot of fun.
nice. Yeah, a lot of fun.
So we are
lot of
really happy with that
options.
brand, and you know, it brings some new options at Appelboom. All right,
Yeah.
Azizah, do you have a
Yeah.
question for Cary before
I have
we are?
so many questions. When are you going to give me pink? Fountain pen day. One day, sometime we need to do pink, like a nice, hot, vibrant pink.
Let's
You don't have
talk
to
after
answer
the
now.
show.
I'll just.
I'm not going to answer it now, but I'll
Keep
you know
me
what?
in
Let's
mind.
talk after the show.
Yeah, keep me in mind.
Okay.
Just saying. Yeah. Thank you.
It's a possibility. Anything's possible.
Yeah, it's true.
But only hot pink, right?
It's gotta be hot
you
pink.
want hot
Yeah.
pink.
Hot
Yeah.
pink.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hot pink is
Yeah.
fun, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you know what? Actually, we will talk. We should talk after the show. Actually, I just had a thought. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
moving
You
along.
know where to find me.
I do.
All right,
You know
Azizah,
where
come
I
up with
am.
your question.
That was my question.
No, come on. We want to have
Okay.
a real question. This is just putting Cary under pressure to
He wants the hot seat
draw
question.
advantages.
Do you limit yourself to how many pens you have by some arbitrary number, or is it really just I have what I love and what I enjoy, and if I see something new that I love and think I'll enjoy, it's going into my
100%.
pen world? Okay.
That is absolutely my train of thought. I am not because there are a lot of people. Listen, I'm at the shows all the time. I have a pen case and I emptied 2 loops, so I'm going to buy 2 pens at the show, and that's it. And they only want that 40 pen, 80 pen, whatever it is.
I wish I had that control.
That's why you buy tons of cases and wraps and all those cool ones, and then you just stuff them in there and you put them away, and then they're not there. So there is no definitive number. I have no idea how many I actually have.
Good. It doesn't matter once you enjoy them.
Like bottles of ink, ink and paper
Pen
don't
is
count,
green.
but I do know I
cannot limit my pens.
Yeah, ink is well over 280 bottles of ink at this point. No joke. It's
so long as you're enjoying everything you have.
Yes.
That doesn't matter, right?
I don't know how I can say yes. Better. Of course, I'm enjoying them while they're in a box.
Like I don't count my pens either. I don't know. It's over 50, but under 500.
Okay, I can go with that. I will take that answer as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And nibs don't count.
And how many are borrowed of those? Just I have to ask it for a certain person in the chat.
Joost, I thought we were friends. Why are you attacking me like that? I would say at least 10, possibly 30.
Oh, but then you can cut those off the top.
Yeah, they don't count. They're not part of my pen case. But they're not necessarily going back.
Pens need sky miles too, so it's okay. They need to travel around.
That's right. And if you're not using your pen and you lend it to me, I'm like, I will give your pen a life that it deserves. I will use your pen. Why should it sit in a pen box unloved and unwanted?
You will give it pink ink.
Yeah, nobody wants it.
I will give it pink ink. Thank you. That's exactly it. So I'm happy with it. I'm very fortunate.
So if there's anybody here in the comment section who want to lend her or his pen to Azizah, it is possible. You can just send it over to Toronto.
Yeah.
And you if you get it back, there will be some rest of pink ink in there. But
possibly, but chances are
we'll get some
I'll fall in love with it because I love owning pens that have belonged to my friends, because usually I prefer not to steal them. But like when I buy pens from friends who are selling, I love it because it's just like I know I'll always have a piece of my friend forever. So it makes me happy, and I love doing that. So I just like it. It's a thing for me.
You know what we should start? You remember that movie? My wife likes it, The Traveling Pants.
Yes, The Traveling Pen.
We should get a pen and have it travel.
Yeah.
And we should all just send it around to each other. And
I love that.
In the course of a year.
I should be last though, because
you'll keep it longer.
I don't know this movie.
I
don't know.
Joost, okay.
No,
we need to. We'll educate you on the movie, and
we'll educate it later. But The Traveling Pen.
Okay.
And then maybe we auction it off next year for a charity or something.
I
the
love
pen
that.
and the book.
Love that.
We gotta write that down.
Okay.
That's a cool idea.
That'll be our wrapping up.
All right,
be
guys, we're really over time. True Face opening, customers are getting into the store. So quickly, Cary, what question do you have for our next guest?
For the next guest. Oh. Yeah, but it's got to be good. You did this to me last time, and I was having such a hard time.
It's got to be good.
And it's a question that somebody wouldn't have asked before. Do I know who the person is, or can you tell me, or no?
I will tell you afterwards.
Oh yeah.
But it's a person from a brand that we discussed before.
All right, let's see. What would I want to know from somebody who's a pen person? Okay, here's the question.
Yeah.
If you could gift your grandmother any pen to write you a letter with, what pen would it be and why would it be that pen?
That's a good one.
Mhm.
I like that one. I feel like
Right.
everybody should
Something to
answer
make them
this
think.
question. That's really sweet.
What pen
And I
would it
Something.
be?
yeah, I like that.
It's just I've heard so many stories through the years when people bring old pens and they're like, I need it fixed.
Yeah.
It was my great grandfather's. And it
Yeah.
is true. And so many of them are like, it was sent back with his stuff from the war, meaning it was
Wow.
stuff
Yeah.
that they got because they didn't get the grandfather back. But he was writing letters home. I mean, that story
Mhm.
always just grabbed my heart because it was so
Oh my
like
gosh.
the final words, the things that were going on in their lives. And that's what we're supposed to write about when we journal, is what's going on in
Yeah.
our lives, so that somebody
Yeah.
later on in our family lineage or whoever will read that,
Yeah.
and it's just a timeline. So I think that's where I got
I
that
love
love
question
that.
from.
It's a good
That's good.
question.
That's a good one.
It will be the question for Frank Schelkens. It's a Belgium guy. He used to be the CEO of Pilot Benelux, which is Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg.
Oh,
But he's
that's a good
retired
question then.
because we tried to grab somebody from Pilot, but the Pilot group has this kind of a policy that they don't do like podcasts and public
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
So I thought, I want to talk about Pilot and Namiki. Why not get him out of his retirement and talk about
That's a good
Pilot
question for
with
him,
a
I think.
person that worked for
Yeah.
he worked, I think, 30 plus years for Pilot, so he knows a lot about
Wow.
Pilot and Namiki.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun
Good-
episode.
Good
And
choice.
unfortunately, Azizah will not be the co-host.
Yeah. So sad.
Really sad because today was her last episode.
Yeah.
But we will have a new co-host. It will be another Canadian. It's Douglas Redman. That was going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be good. I mean, not as good as
Great.
me, but
Not as good as Azizah, but
is a
course
Canadian,
not.
so
But we
Still
it's
good.
Canadian.
it's Canadian.
Yeah.
He's Canadian, so we keep the Canadians.
it's still
on
good.
there.
Still good. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much. This was lovely. I'm gonna
It's
go
okay.
fantasy shop and then actually shop as
Yeah.
it goes. So that's
the
what's
way to
gonna
do.
happen.
That's the way to do. Azizah, thank you so
Yes.
much
been my
for
pleasure.
those last. I think it was 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I cannot remember anymore.
Doesn't matter.
But it was a lot of fun, and
Always.
we just keep talking
We
to
have
each
fun.
other.
We have
and,
fun.
Really appreciate it. Yeah. Cary, thank you so much for joining, telling again
you,
about
Cary.
Fountain Pen Day, and it's always a great pleasure to have you here. And
Yes.
have an amazing day upcoming Friday.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. It was great to be here. I always appreciate the invitations to this and getting to
Yay.
see great friends and
We're pretty
spend
cool.
time together, even if it's
Yeah.
virtual. Even if it's virtual,
Yeah,
this is
Better
great.
than nothing. And
I always
love
have-
seeing your smile and congratulations on 13 years of all of this work. It's epic. So
Thank you.
we
Thank you
shall
so
all
much.
celebrate.
We will all celebrate all
We'll all
weekend.
celebrate.
Yeah.
Thank
All right,
you.
everybody that was watching live on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to use the coupon code FPD24 if you're going to shop at Appelboom. You can also shop at Trouvé or gourmetpensshop.com, I think it is, right?
Yes.
Azizah?
Or fountainpenday.com.
Exactly.
Get your swag.
And of course, fountainpenday.com. Get your swag, get your cap, get your ink, get everything now, because there are only 798 bottles left, because during this show 2 bottles were
Some
already
got
gone.
sold.
So don't wait too long.
Don't wait.
Yes. Don't wait too long. It was a pleasure. If you're watching this after we were live, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or whatever streaming service you're using. Also, check out the socials, the Instagram socials of Fountain Pen Day and Gourmet Pens to see the coolest fountain pen pics
Very cool.
that you can ever imagine. And at the Instagram page of Fountain Pen Day, at Fountain Pen Day, you will get treated with all the promotions and things that are going on in the fountain pen world. So, okay, that word is up. Thank you again so
Perfect.
much, and we see you guys again next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bay.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Fountain Day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.